What is up, everybody? This is ODST General back once again. Uh, Obviously, I've been gone for a while, and I did make a video. I was hoping to make more on my camcorder, but as it turns out, that doesn't exactly edit so well if I need to cut up the scenes, even in the most remote bits. So I got my PC fixed though, so I want to bring you a video here. As you can see, I've already got the gameplay going for it, and it says "Welcome to Altis." This is the Altis Life mod for Arma 3. That's the same engine that's used for Daisy. Now, Altis Life is a role-playing mod, and the nice thing about it is that you don't need to download anything for it. You can just go into Arma 3, go to multiplayer, and search Altis Life, and you can pull up maps for it, and there's a whole bunch of different servers. The one I'm playing on is the Blackwing Gaming server. That's the same one that Psy Syndicate and I believe Frankie in 1080 plays on. So basically, what you do, this kind of gives you a really brief overview, but there's a lot of different things you can do, a lot of different jobs and stuff. You get in here, and you can go, fishing, pick apples, like it says. You can go mine or get oil or rob people, rob banks, become a cop, become a medic, all sorts of stuff. Um, so I kind of want to give a brief overview of how to get started in this game. As you might be able to tell by my gear, um, I've already been playing this for a while here. Unfortunately, I actually lost a lot of my gear due to a rather annoying glitch, but still got a lot of it. Um, and generally, I've been a gold miner, but let's get started here. Alright, so when you first come into the server, depending on the server, the cities and the amount of money you start with and things like that, the prices of everything are all going to be different. For Blackwing Gaming, Pyrgos here, this is the basically it's the starting city. You're not allowed to be shot at or anything by players. It's against server rules. So to get started, you're gonna want to go down to the license store here. So we'll run down there, even though I have most licenses already that you can purchase from there. But I'll use that to kind of show you guys an example of, and we're not too far from there. Like I said, all these prices and stuff, they're gonna vary a little bit depending on uh, which server you're starting on. So the first two things might vary depending on the server, because you might get paid more through paychecks and stuff like that on the server, so you might make money quicker. So this is the license shop, and usually a lot of servers have like NPCs, but this is just like these little pictures for this server. Now as you see, I can purchase 2 licenses, but if we go into my menu here, you can actually see I have a whole bunch of licenses that I already own. Now the most important of this is the driver's license. That's also the cheapest, and that just allows you to purchase cars and drive them, which is a big thing since Arma's got a huge map, as you can see. This is all spread out over a pretty good distance. Um, to give you guys an idea, this building I'm in, this little square here, and that's the whole map. So the licenses is pretty important, but there's a lot of different ones you can get, and you need them for various things. The licenses aren't just limited to the ones I have. You need them for like illegal goods. You need them for like purchasing firearms, all sorts of stuff. So once you get your license, you're gonna want to get a backpack. Um, so the backpack's on the opposite side of town here, and this is kind of what you're gonna be doing when you first start off. Is you're not gonna have any gear, you're not gonna have any vehicles, so you're just gonna have to run around these towns depending on where you start, and just kind of run back and forth to get everything you need. Now, I have the top of the line backpack, and this can fit a decent amount of stuff in it, but these are really useful for fitting extra uh, in-game items as well as Arma 3 items such as like first aid kits and stuff. You can put toolkits in your backpack, so they're really useful. Um, You can purchase, like clothing or gear for a friend too, and you can. If they don't have time to get down there, or you won't see them that night, you can purchase the gear for them, and then they can just pull it out of the backpack and give you the money the next day. So we're almost here. Around this corner here. As you can see, there's actually another player actually already there purchasing some gear. So we go in here and there's more gear that you can buy, and once again I have a lot of this already, but it's kind of nice. There's all sorts of different clothing customizations and stuff. Once again, varies with server, but you'll want to get a backpack, and usually you don't need a whole lot for the start. Just try to get something that where you can get that and a vehicle if at all possible. If you can't do both, I would just go for the biggest backpack and then just try and hitch a ride out with somebody. So then once you have the backpack, oh, that's the wrong button. Once you have the backpack, then you want to go purchase a car. Usually the cheapest one's the ATV. On the server, it's about $5,000. You start off with 10,000, so that's enough to purchase, a backpack, the ATV, and the license for it. And there seems to be some lag, so I'm gonna get out of here before I get hit by a cop. But oh yeah, this will actually be kind of nice. I'm gonna sneak out of here see if I can get cops not to notice me. See if we can over listen on this conversation some. Okay, I guess it's nothing. Um, Unfortunately, I have my sound ticked off, but there's a video I'll probably upload here without the sound. And it's basically gonna lose a lot of its effect because it's some guy was getting chased by the cops and climbed up on top of a building in town here and was threatening to jump off if cops didn't leave.
How many times have you killed him today because you're driving? How many times have I killed what? Killed me.
So because this is a game that anybody can join, this server's not passworded or anything. Despite the fact that it's roleplay and stuff, you get a lot of people, both cops, criminals, and everything in between, where they're gonna try and ruin it. There's a lot of rules for different servers that basically try to prevent this, but at the same time, they might kind of ruin the experience, and people kind of use that against you. So as you can see, there's a variety of vehicles here. These are just to get started off, so you'd want to purchase a quad bike because then once you get the quad bike, you can go
Hey, buddy, do you know what's the shortcut key to the GPS?
up and pick apples, which in this case is there's apple field
Really?
here, and I'm not gonna drive up there just to save time for everybody. But once you pick apples, which is like
Hey, buddy,
interacting with
do you know what the
everything else
shortcut
in
key for
Arma,
GPS is?
but
What button?
you would press Y to pull up this menu, which shows your
Whoops.
money here, your licenses here, and
Okay,
then
hey, Elite, do you
anything
know
you
what the
get through in
shortcut key for
game
Jeep is? It Shift M or
would
Control
be
M?
I have
here.
no idea, dude.
Oh, God, I hate this game. Too many keys.
It's Control M.
Yeah, I'm doing that, and it comes up as my map, even though I've got my GPS in.
It's right Control M specifically.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Too many
Oh,
keys in this game.
anyways, like I was saying, is if you're in your Y menu here, this will show everything that you get in the game. So if you pick apples, they'll show up here. If you buy a pig to mine, it'll show up here. Uh, if you get water or food or of any sorts, it'll show up in this menu. And this is where you interact with it. You can give it to nearby players. So if somebody's standing next to me, I could choose to give them, say, 1 water, 5 water, or whatever. and you can keep track of it. Now, every item's kind of sold in different spots. So if you're getting drugs, you gotta sell at the drug dealer here. Um, this guy. If you're picking apples, though, which is what you'll probably be doing at the start, you're gonna sell those at the market. Likewise, salt's sold at the market, although you have to, once you start going to the higher end stuff, you gotta start processing it first. Um, there's certainly some interesting things in here that you can run into. Um, we've had people steal our vehicles, me and my partner on mining runs. He just got robbed last night. So there's some definitely interesting things, even to the mundane points of this game. Um, I'm not gonna lie. Anybody who's interested in this, there is like a lot of driving around. If you're playing honestly, there's a lot of driving around, not a whole lot of action at points, but there's some pretty crazy stuff that happens here. Um, Once you start picking apples and you kind of get an idea of the game you can save up and get a nicer car like a hatchback or a truck, you can go to do delivery missions on this server. It's the Altis Post Office. And how these work is basically you go in and you'll get a randomly assigned mission to drop something off. The farther away you go, the more money you make. Um, I believe on this server, the farthest I've ever seen at least is Sophia gas station up here, and that gives you about $27,000. And those are kind of nice because you can do those by yourself, and you probably won't get bothered a whole lot doing it, just because a lot of the action tends to happen, over here at least on this server. And a lot of the criminals and stuff, if they're not robbing banks, they're trying to either rob each other, or rob miners as they're finishing selling their loads. So I should probably mention this earlier too, and I forgot to, is when you got your map up, it can be kind of hard to navigate because there's so much here. Most servers will show you where you are when you have the map pulled up, but the server doesn't. So if you want to see where you're going, if you hold down shift and left click, it'll create a marker, which will then appear in game, and that might be kind of difficult to see on the background. But right there, it's a marker, and that will help you navigate a great deal better. And that's really just getting started. There's, like I said, a lot of different rules. Every server's got different rules, different setup, different types of cops and players playing on them. Blackwing here, like I said, it's got a couple of YouTubers on it, and so it's got a pretty big server population spread between roughly 3 servers when all of them are working. Um, a lot of times they'll put rules and stuff up in here. They just have them on their website, though. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of interesting situations that you can run across in here. All sorts of different jobs. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any further questions about getting started in this, or if you'd like to play together, I'm the type guy who's kind of goes about things legally in the server right now, and I'm just trying to be friendly and help out new players. But feel free to hit me up for any sort of questions or anything like that, or if there's anything specific you'd like to see. Alright, and this is ODST General, signing off.